26 Northern Terrafly runway heading runway 5. Clear for takeoff.
From Psychic Sundays to E.T. Contact and everything in between, this is Spaced Out Sunday's Cosmic Passport with host Elizabeth Anglin.
Check it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Coming great, so guys, smoke now.
You can connect with Elizabeth on Skype at 505-908-9558 and Spirit for Peace. Follow Liz on Twitter at Elizabeth Anglin and hashtag SpacedOutRadio. And you can connect with us on the web at spacedoutradio.com.
I feel the need for speed.
You feel it over and over again. We take you higher and higher and higher. You feel it over and over again.
Chillers, cool now. Smoke off now.
This is the love we live again.
Chillers, looking on an hour. Contact. Easing up. Chillers, cool now. Really now. 111.
Don't look much like Los Angeles to me. I knew I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque.
Now taking you on a spiritual journey from the desert of New Mexico this Sunday night, here's Spaced Out Sunday's Cosmic Passport with Elizabeth Anglin.
Chillers, ready to start the drive. Contact. Chillers, turn now. Smoke on now. Chillers, ready to take away drive. Smoke now. Chillers, turn now.
Good evening and welcome to Spaced Out Radio's Cosmic Passport and Psychic Sunday. It is a Psychic Sunday night. I am your host, Elizabeth Anglin, coming to you from the Spaced Out Radio Cosmic Cruise Mobile. We are coming to you live from the wonderful, cold, frigid, burry desert southwest in the mountains. It does snow here, folks. It's been snowing here this week. We are cold hippies in our commune with our art this past week. We're getting ready for Christmas. The town is lit up. We have just a plethora of Christmas lights all over the place. I'm going to post a picture after I do the show tonight so you can see how many Christmas lights we got. Well, actually, I'll do it tomorrow night because tonight after the show gets over, a lot of people have their timers to set off at midnight. Isn't that just so wrong? It's so wrong. But we come from Madrid, New Mexico, the cold and burry desert southwest, every Sunday night here on Spaced Out Radio. And for all of you listening from around North America and the world, I want to welcome you, especially if you're listening on WQEE 99 Rock, the Key in Noonan, Georgia, at spacedoutradio.com on Spreaker, on the United Public Radio Network, Renegade Talk Radio, the High Plains Talk Radio Network, and the Fringe.fm. Now, one thing you got to know. A hacker got our Spaced Out Radio website, and it is down until we get that sorted out. But you can listen to us on Spreaker or the Fringe.fm or UPRN or Renegade Talk Radio or the High Plains Talk Radio Network. If you are checking this show out on YouTube afterwards at Spaced Out Radio, just be aware that the rest of the shows may be on Spreaker. You can always find them on Spreaker at Spaced Out Radio. We want to thank also our guitar god Ron BUMBLEFOOT, formerly of Guns N' Roses, currently of Art of Anarchy. He creates the music that makes Spaced Out Radio rock. Thank you, Ron. We love you for that. You can also check us out on Twitter during the week at Spaced Out Radio. Give our Facebook page a like, Spaced Out Radio Show. On Facebook, you can follow me at Cosmic Passport with Elizabeth Anglin. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Spaced Out Radio, and tune us in on TuneIn. Download our shows from iTunes. We are also on RadioGuide.fm, TalkStream Live, and on Stitcher. And of course, our website is spacedoutradio.com, and it's not working right now. But if you want to help us out, go to patreon.com. We have some cool offers that support the show, and make sure you check those out. We are also running a GoFundMe right now for new equipment for syndication. We want to take Spaced Out Radio more places than we already are. So check out the GoFundMe for Spaced Out Radio from Dave Scott. If you want to take part in the show tonight, you'll have to sign into one of our chat rooms on Spreaker or the chat room on Facebook at the SOR Space Travelers Club. For just $5 a month, you can become a space traveler. It's better than what's his name from Virgin is doing, because it's so cheap. It's not like $1 million bucks. You can just become a space traveler, or we can call our friends and have them abduct you. No, I'm kidding. I know that could touch some people off. We offer decent stuff for our space travelers there at the end of the month, we hope. Okay. Please also check out our news section, The Encounter, when the website comes back up. Blah, 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 when the website comes back up. Blah, 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 when the website comes back up. We got lots of cool stuff on our website, which was hacked, by the way. So guess what? You can check out all those wonderful things when the website comes back up. And again, a big thanks to everyone listening at WQEE 99 Rock the Key. To the Spaced Out Radio family way down in Noonan, Georgia, thanks for sharing your nights with us at SOR. Renegade Talk Radio out of Las Vegas. We are live in Sin City. Thank you for listening. United Public Radio Network, 107.7 FM in New Orleans, and all the listeners from over 160 countries around the world. You guys rock. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here with us. I am so happy to have as our special guest tonight our psychic medium, Paul Simons, who has also, he's got galactic origins. He remembers some of his Sirius B lifetimes and Sirius B council work, and also what happened with Atlantis. So I invite Paul on because over the years, I've had some memories of Sirius B and different planets. I've had some regressions, some past life regressions. I've had some just reveries where I've just gone into the past. I've just found myself in an alien body on another planet a long time ago. And the kind of information we're talking about is this kind of time travel, past life referenced conscious information. It's not really, well, it could be somewhat remote viewing, but a lot of it is, hey, all of a sudden you find yourself in a body that you used to be in a past life because all time happens now. And you're remembering something that you were doing because you happen to be doing it at that moment. And it's a really odd thing, but it happens to some of us, and they don't put us in the loony bin, and they let us do things like whatever we want and be on radio shows like Paul. Hi, Paul. How are you?
Good evening, Elizabeth. Thank you for letting me talk about Atlantis and about my recollections and about my concurrent life on Sirius B and what happened. I was involved with the initial setting up of in Sirius B, the initial setting up of the Atlantis civilization and setting up the crystals and the holographic field and getting Atlantis going. When we started it, it was a test civilization combining, operating in the 15th dimension using crystal technology from Sirius B. It was also holographically keeping water out of Atlantis with an energetic field. Atlantis was actually below the water, several miles below the water. Atlantis was actually below, very, very, very deeply below sea level, but holographically the water was kept out using the crystal technology.
Okay, so I have a question for you. Why did the Sirius B Council want to set up this Atlantis? What were they trying to do?
Just getting to that, we were testing higher technology with artificial intelligence with humans, and we had to be in a higher frequency. That's why we were in the 15th dimension, not the third dimension. And we were trying to see if this higher technology from Sirius B could work on Earth. But we knew that we had to be at a higher frequency. That's why we were operating out of the 15th dimension. And we set up Atlantis. It was powered with a crystal array. It consisted of 7 purple-colored crystals, which are not found on this planet. The crystal was teleported in from Sirius B. I was involved in designing and setting the crystals up in Atlantis. When we first started, there was a 50-50 equilibrium between the heart and the mind and ego in the humans, and that's how it was at the beginning. Over time, the technology, especially the artificial intelligence, created mind-ego emphasis, and the heart was either walled off or submissive to the mind-ego. As this continued, the Sirius B Council intervened to protect animals and people who were being mistreated and abused. It became a daily occurrence to have incidences in needing intervention to try and rebalance the people. Ultimately, the mind and ego became most people made decisions and the heart was closed. This led to major catastrophic health problems, cruelty and abuse of others. Those of us on the Sirius B High Council were intervening daily, but it had become a situation which didn't correct itself. Default people in Atlantis were really in the mind-ego paradigm. We had subsequently a full meeting of the 140 members of the Sirius B High Council and voted to disconnect and collapse in Zero Point Atlantis after reviewing the following concerns about how to do it. What would happen to the people and animals when Atlantis was terminated? What other options were there available? We knew that the AI didn't have souls, so when we powered down... Go ahead.
Well, I have a question for you. Do you know or do you remember what else was happening on Earth at the time Atlantis was in play, and for how long? You know, when Atlantis started versus to the end, how long was Atlantis there? Do you remember?
It was about 3,000 years.
Okay. So things went, it was an experiment that went kind of, fakakta really quickly, because 3,000 years is not very long for humanity. And was it in the periods of ice ages, or was it before that?
It was before that.
Okay. Do you know how long ago? Could you?
I'm not looking at it from here because I was working on it from Sirius B at the time, and I don't have the timeline of here because I was basically coming from the other end.
Well, and there's also when you're talking about doing something in a different vibrational level, that does wonky things with time as well. So if people try to go out and date things, it might not be there.
On Sirius B, we don't really have time. Everything is happening in the now. Mm-hmm. So it's a higher frequency, time isn't really.
I've lost you. Sorry, Paul. I've lost you. Okay.
From there, it was different.
Okay.